Nope. Well, I reload Chrome as well because I've reloaded my internet and it sent the stream. So hold on, what's the time? 21. On here, so we gotta actually go. Pretty sure it's 8 now. Leaves are getting brown, becoming older. Harvest crops before winter. Well, hopefully we'll do that. Let's go this one. Trying to reload my to 5:30. Oh, a little early. Whoops. That's an hour off. Keep swapping to. Here we go. Now I've got things happening, so if you guys chat anything now, I'd actually get it. So that's good. If anyone's actually watching. But you never know what these things are like. Shift tab. Actually. Why do I still tab to that tractor? It's still a bit beyond me. Well, we're trying to get this grass here to become hay in this field. This grass. So the moisture's down, and supposedly this only shows the field. The moisture's right down to 6%. And we're going to have it pretty much turning. Hold on. So, and that supposedly just shows the ground, so, yep. So we've raked it all, cut it and raked it, but it was a little bit wet, so we might actually have to go and tether it. So by lunchtime, end of today, it will start rotting away on us. So we're going to have to. Hold on, let's actually not this one. This is it here. So my crop rotation planner, because I actually have. Don't worry about that. I actually had oats in. Well, the best way of doing it, and I still stand by this, is actually turning on field info. I've got extra field info displayed, so it was fallow cereal, and then wrong one. So if you actually fill it out, pretty much. So if I had fallow cereal, being that, and then I went oats. Which is 1, so grass will be 1.2. So I need to go into grass on this field. That's what we're going to plant it to bring my yield back up. Okay, then we go to grass in here. So this field's going to become grass. That field over there, I'm going to change it to something else, and I'm going to put one of my other ones to something else. So this one needs to be. I'm hoping this is actually a direct drill. If not, I will be getting a different planter. So we're going to get tell. Oh yes, it is beautiful. Okay, let's wrong one. I had to swap it to sides. Reset that. Yeah, we can show lines. We are in field 13, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that one works. So we're going to do the planting of this field. Actually should bring my working speed down. Okay, sorry, I'll just bring the volume up for you guys. Now we can get into some morning work of actually planting. And then I jump on my phone and go onto Discord. Hopefully the quality is a lot better for everyone. I had a few issues just then. My internet started misbehaving quite dramatically. Yep, we'll leave the spray rate up there. Don't think you can change the seed rate. I think that is literally just the fertilizer rate. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling of where to stick the tractor. Yeah, my internet dropped out. Well, my satellite, my NBN, lovely, yep, dropped out. It kind of went to about, what is it now, 7:30 at night. Everyone else is online. Bang, goodbye internet. Turn on Netflix and this is what happens. So yeah. Wait for it, drop it back in the ground. Ooh, we spun around on ourselves. Awesome effort. I did not expect that. I could have left it in the ground. Dude, I am liking this setup. This is awesome. I was not expecting it to be in a direct drill, being a disc, but I was kind of hoping it to be, being an air seeder. And for it to be, is just taking the piece. Yep, bang, perfect. Happy with it. Yeah, kind of went offline with everything else, but now we're back. Now we're going to finish planting this field. So I actually decided this one's going to be grass because I did the rotation through the seasons. And for the best yield benefit, we're going to have it as grass. The grass field on the other side, we're going to change that to something. And field 38, the one we just purchased. Yeah. So we can actually can plant it in as on anything really. I can go and plant it as wheat or whatever. Really am missing the taco, but manual gears, quite a few details and stuff. Smash glass. It's pretty well done for like, yeah. I guess it is an old tractor, so you're not like, it's not like you have lots and lots of stuff on it. Yeah, it said I was offline for quite a while. I kind of turned it off and back on. But yeah, so we've gone from NBN to Telstra. So yeah, don't say anything too loud. Is that the right width? Or we? Why is my run line like so stupid? I need the width. Yeah, wouldn't that be better? Hold on, what? Let's see what it says in the shop. Garage. Planter. 18 meters, because it's 60 foot. So that's 18.59 to be exact. So we need to reset this because this is all spoofy. Yep, okay. So we need to add that up to 18 meters. Sounds better. Good. I do a loop around just to get this right. Three, bring my speed back. Probably go up to 12, we only are using a disc. Drop it in the ground. And if you haven't noticed, I do have a bit of a knowledge on running a simple setup like this. Because this is sort of the layout I run in real life. 60 foot, SC the box behind the tractor. It's just older, different brands and all that. Though my box and bar's still red. But I use different points and everything. But it does look pretty cool. You can run the bar in front of the box. This setup you can swap the bin around to different ones. We can run another one behind it. I was tempted to do like a liquid cart behind, and so the fertilizer went in the back. Okay, well I've got some great news. My dog's run off, so I've got to go and sort him out soon. Jay, what days I do my map? Well, so far it's been a bit of free time, and then recently it's actually been a lot of playing Lone Oak, just giving it a break, and a bit of maps at the stage of learning how to use Blender, because I'm yet total noob at it. Days of streaming that are being, well, normally I've just been working on trying to do one stream a week. So at the moment it's just playing Lone Oak. I'm hoping the next stream will be, not this weekend, probably the following. Hopefully towards the end of school holidays, so everyone gets off the internet. That's probably more what I'm working towards. It's like a catch thing. I like school holidays because, you know, you get more people watching with you, but I don't like it because I lose my internet. Maybe we can turn these lights off. Can't tell from here whether that grass has gone to hay or not. And we should actually have a look at my cows. Save it, yeah. They obviously need a bit of a top up before the end of the day. So we better go and bale all this grass up or whatever. Well, I'm hoping we might actually have to tether it. I'm kind of turning it back on itself, which is pretty impressive because normally you got a skip row, which I was starting to do there, but that was only cultivating, and then I realised I get a direct drill and I won't have these issues. So the other catch thing is I'm actually recording this stream as well as, obviously streaming it, and I'll edit it all up as a time lapse and then release it later on when I'm busy during harvest, so it'll all come out like over like 2-3 week period of all these videos. Hopefully, if I edited them up, I've actually recorded probably this is number 4 or something of this first year, and then coming later on I should be able to do a lot more at Lone Oak. I'm hoping to be on this map for a while. I'm thinking of this map is my only one I'm playing on FS19. I'm thinking this is it. I've put a lot of effort into it so far. I think it's pretty much as is. So I'm trying to get a few years up on it. But obviously times change. Could end up on my farm, and yet the other one working on is building my map. Being just the same similarities in it. That's my plan. Green star beep. Might skip one row, so I got one to come back on. The new Case Magnum and the new JD8R look. I haven't heard about it. I know they were trying to do a auto steer, well not auto steer, or driverless machine. I know John Deere were trying to do something similar. Oh well, I was trying to actually lift up for that, but we've planted a bit of grass over our grass. Oh well. Being a direct drill sweep, we should be able to plant straight over that grass field. What do we got? About 10. I'm thinking we might do this one run back in the middle there, and then I've got to go and check on this grass. We might have to tether it up, which shouldn't take us too long. We can tether it and windrow it back in. I'm trying to get the hours down right. If it hasn't hayed up yet, we're going to have to tether it now. How fast can we go with this planter? Is the other question. $15, that's insane. Who would go seeding at 15? But it is disc, so you can go fast. I do like the old tractor. Oh yes, let's turn some lines off because we don't need that stuff. Let's do this for a seeding rig and a half. I feel like last live stream I was planting as well, so I was actually kind of trying to avoid it, but yeah. And then everything's gone crazy, but I've probably got about 15 minutes and then I've got to go and try and find my dog, which is kind of an issue. As in real life, planting and all that is probably not going to happen. Whoops. Whoops, I was trying to hit the stop button, but I'll leave that there for a bit. Take the other Johnny. Let's turn some of these things off again. Where have I got to do? It's on this one, I always forget it. Turn that field info off so it's not annoying me. This tractor's pretty loud. So yeah, I probably won't do real life, but I would never say never because I did suggest it, but I want to be really taking this YouTube on seriously. At the moment it is a hobby to me. I'm thinking probably more actually. I'm enjoying modding more than YouTube, so being this is still grass, let's look at that. Wow, that made a mess there. Right on the left is kind of annoying. We need to do that. Come around with the windrow again and go the other way. We'll probably end up throwing all these windrows into more of a simple. Add him closer, a bigger tether will be done. Get the roadside merge while we're at it. Obviously the grass was a bit wet before we started cutting it, so it's alright for silage, but it was not okay for hay, so we needed to tether before the windrowing. But now it's changed its colour by the looks of it. I reckon I'll windrow it up again after this. A couple of hours and we'll be ready to bale it up by the end of the day. Is it, you know, quality better now or more stable of the stream? Because I really hate it when it's cutting in and out. It's almost like a headache to me. Temperature, real life, it's actually around, well, we're well above 30 at the moment. That now, first total fire danger today was set off. Try and get most of it. As long as a high percent, with FS19, as long as a high percentage of it will stay that. So if you get in the baler and you fill up, say 50 or an FS17 you used to fill up a heap of grass and then the last little, like 10% you throw in like just straw or something, it'll change the whole bale to straw. With FS you got a 19, you've got to actually have a high percentage, so by like 50% will all stay as grass or whatever. The bale won't really change its type for ages. So that's an old game hack, a little hack we learnt in 17. But yeah, if you were to try and make silage, you bale up a heap, you know, you put in like 90% of, say, straw, the last little 10% was grass, bang, the whole pile changed to grass. just the way the game worked. And so with that grass, then you could wrap it and make silage. So you turn heap. So with one serve out 1,000 litres of grass, or one forage wagon, windrow, you could make a whole straw field into grass bales or silage and make heap of money without much effort. Okay, this is a lot better than the last one. Felt like it was definitely not working very well. Normally try to be pretty good quality streams. I try to be. Be right back. I've got an important issue to tend to. Let's get back to this. So the dog's back now. Yeah, he ran off before and he went for a swim in the dam. So he's all wet. But now he's back, which is good. Okay, 720 is good enough for a stream. Well, I was actually for a while doing 480. I was more trying to limit my internet bandwidth. So my theory of it is if you can go really high resolution. So I had like 1080. I guess you never spread lime in real life. No, we've done 1,000. We did 10,000 tonne of lime this year. We do quite a few thousand tonne. It's well over 1,000. I'm pretty sure. Well, we do 60 tonne a load and good, 10 loads. So 600 or yeah, probably about 1,000 or 1,500 or something. You get a discount when you go over 1,000. Yeah, no, well, with the stream quality, I worked out with OBS it's all about bitrate being more pixels quality, and that is to limit to your data bandwidth. So the more I can upload, the higher my is. But we had those lag issues like we had before because my internet was dropping down. So all you do is you drop your resolution or you bring your bitrate down. Because I can do 1080, but it could be quite blurry. So I'll boil it down to 720 to bring up the better colour and pixels and stuff like that. So that's how I set my stream up. I can always go lower so then the quality of the image is greater, but I found that in testing and stuff that 720 and with this right bit rate it was more reliable and held the quality for pretty good. But it's the same when I'm uploading a video, because where I've recorded a video it's just like it's insanely good, and then I'll come and look at it on YouTube and sometimes the quality just drops pretty drastically. What's lime's good for? Lime is actually good for lowering your pH of your, lowering the pH of the soil. So what that does is a high pH, it's too acidic or alkalinic. So too much alkaline, high pH, crop won't grow in it. The roots won't penetrate the soil. So what you do is you lower your, putting lime on lowers the pH. I'm pretty sure it lowers it, yep. Yeah, because it's got neutralising in it. And what that does is then gives you the ability to, say, chemicals to work better, crop grows, so it actually improves, you can improve your yield quite quickly and quite greatly. So we'll use the big case again. It does look pretty intense with the jewels. Let's drop that front mower off as well. We could drive in behind it and set it all up again. Now with this just on, we might be able to get it to put it out in the centre or put it to the right. Well, with left we just go the other way around and try and get it all as one big row, I guess. I'll just slow my time down just a little bit to try and get this to dry off. So what's this set to? Left control Y. Let's try and do that. Right, it is then. That would be better for the next one. Cool. Now we worked it out. I gotta get right in there to try and get it all that out, which I set out before. So we'll do that again to try and get it nice and close to the trees. I want to see what actually clips on the trees in collision. Oh yeah, that can go through. Sweet. Or whether those trees don't have a collision, but so now we can actually get all this grass and hay back out. So I needed it behind the mower to tether it because it was too wet. Proven it. Okay, so if your moisture is above 20%, you must tether it, not leave it longer, because we've left it for a long time as it is, and then it will dry off, and now you start to become hay. When the grass moisture is below 20%, you can just cut it and leave it as a row, or leave it on the field for it to dry up. Because this will still, if we put this in the bale, it will still class as grass right now. And I've got a feeling I've already got a grass bale in there, so we might actually bale it up a strip just to get the last bale out. But anyway, now we're getting the hang of this. So in autumn we can still get it. We've actually just got to get it dry enough. So what do you reckon we try and get it all in one windrow? So we can just do like one windrow of nuts bales. Okay. Yeah, well, cropping, that's pretty much, yeah, lime is for cropping. It's more for sandier sort of country. Over in Victoria, probably in that, like you say some of that black soil sort of country and stuff, or good solid clay, you won't need it. Their soils are already at the perfect pH, so there's no point worrying about it. But see, where some of my heavy ground, I don't need it, or the good clays also as well don't need it. But some of that, all that sand playing and everything, it needs lime just to bring it down, just so I can get the yield out of it. Because otherwise, the roots don't penetrate deep enough into the soil because the pH is too high. So it just prunes the roots. It becomes them, not very well. Now we're going to get a nice row happening. Look at that. Beautiful. Almost get this one down to 1. Yes, look at it. 1 row. I'll bring it up to here and let it drop off. Not too much on the wheel. 9AM keyboard is actually probably one of the worst ones they've ever done. Some of the other versions of the game handle the keyboard so much better. It's probably a bit more, it's definitely a lot better on the steering wheel than 19 versus the other versions of the game, but yeah, keyboard's definitely down. So we got till when we cut it at 9AM, so I wonder if it starts rotting at 9AM or starts rotting now. But what's my forecast at? Oh, see, we got good drying till late today. Oh, okay, went to Birdsville. I've never been out to Birdsville. I've heard it's awesome. I would like to go out there and do see the big red and everything. It's definitely probably a lot easier for you. For me, it's not more than 4 days. It's 3 days just to get to your side of the country. Or 4 hours in a plane. I've heard we won't be able to get hay unless it's in summer, but supposedly you can, from what I've heard last time I tried to make hay. Should do a run through the guts there again. That should be it. I think that's pretty good there. Might just bounce this one out a bit more so it's easier on the baler. Bang. Collision there. And get all it nice and easy here. Hold a back one. No. Should tab into Hold on. We should go back to this one. Get the Johnny. Let's I think we're finished with grass stuff now, so we might park all this in that back of the shed. But we'll put the baler on. Running in circles. Yeah. Getting lost in my own circle. Behind the feed mixer with this. On this side with the hay gear. Then we can drop the mowers in there as well. Stack it all in. I was hoping to end up with one little circle on the spot, but yeah. No, we're going with the circles. Up and back gets a bit overrated. So there's grass in this. We'll finish off the grass bale. No, it's grass still. Leave it as grass. That doesn't do me anything. And we've got to wait for it to change colour, but it's turned already, so we've got a little bit of time left. So we can actually speed. No, I want to get to my tractor here. The loader, sorry. I've got to bring the grass bale back. And on my auto loading wagon there's a heap of hay as well. And I think a straw bale, so but that can just go up there. But probably between now and then we should top up the feed on these. Yeah, there's 2 straw bales up the front. We'll get rid of this grass bale.